Back in the 80s, I learned tarot by flipping through the book Tarot for Yourself by Mary K. Greer. I would flip through back and forth between the cards and the definitions and dutifully write them in my tarot journal. Many years later, I stumbled upon something that changed how I looked at tarot altogether. If I had known this earlier, it would have made my study of tarot much easier and much faster. Are you ready to hear what the secret of tarot is? Oh shit, it's the tarot police. I'll be right back.
Okay, here's the deal. Tarot started out as a card game called Taroki, way back like in the 14 or 1500s. I'll link a video in the description if you want to know the full history of tarot. It came from playing cards. Okay, you know playing cards? And then the Major Arcana were added as trump cards. And these trump cards were they weren't standardized for hundreds of years. The Minciata Tarot deck has like 98 cards or 88 cards. You can still buy it. You can still buy it and see it. There were all kinds of extra cards in there that we don't use today. Okay, so that's clue number one, that this is not a standardized system. So we know it was used as a card game for many, many years, 100 years, a couple hundred years, whatever. I'm not good with dates. But somehow in the 1700s, it started to be used for divination. So basically what this is telling you is what I said before. The tarot did not start out as a system of divination. No one sat down and said, let me encode this information into these cards and then people will use them for divination. And this is what they mean. No, it transformed into a divination system, which is pretty amazing. But let's make sure we've got the order correct and the cart after the horse, not before the horse. Okay, I think the coast is clear. I'm going to head back inside and I'm going to show you a way to learn tarot without memorizing definitions.
This is probably the easiest method to read any tarot card. It's what Benabel Wen calls the four corners method, but you can call it anything you like. So how this works is you just pull a card and you look at the image and you describe the image. You describe what is on the card, what is happening. And then you start thinking, well, does this card remind me of anything? Does it remind me of a past event? Does it remind me of a dream? Does it remind me of someone I know? If this card was a movie, what would the title be? And then finally, you come up with a few adjectives or short phrases that seem to describe or embody the card. So this first example is pulled from the Gaian Tarot. This is the Seeker or the Fool card. I'm writing down here, a woman walks with a butterfly net in a wilderness area. She is accompanied by a fox. She carries a butterfly net. She is on a hike. It's a beautiful sunny day. The stream looks cool and inviting. She has a butterfly on her shirt. This reminds me of the song Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. It reminds me of the high mountains in Arizona. And for three words or phrases, I came up with freedom, likeness, and walking your own path. This next example is the Nine of Pentacles from the New Air Elements Tarot. The card is called Gain, as you can see on the card itself. A small seedling grows in the hands of the gardener. She holds it close to her chest. I can tell by the buttons. Her hands look worn. I think she cherishes the plant. A movie title, Alabama Summer. This reminds me of my own gardening and how special each plant is to me. It seems hopeful, green and reaching, the natural growth and development of something. A few pointers for using this four corners method. Do state or describe the image on the card. Do make things up. Your intuition and your imagination are cousins, so they help each other out. Also, another tip is to say out loud, "This looks like," and start talking and see what comes out. A couple of don'ts: don't evaluate what's coming through against what you already know. Just try to add to what you already know. Also, don't worry if it contradicts something or it doesn't make sense. Just write it all down. And lastly, don't feel like you're married to anything that comes up. Just let things come up and you can sort it out later. You can say, hey, this feels right, this seems right, this doesn't. So you don't have to use everything that comes out. I got to cut it short because the tarot police are still out there and they're still looking for me. Next week, next time, I'll show you how to combine number and suit to come up with tarot card meanings. So if this was a little airy fairy and a little ooh out there for you, you will like number plus suit. So I'll see you again soon.